Hi, good to see you again on the Gabster channel. I'm excited about this video because Jason built this incredible DAC based on the Gabster TD1 Dac and also a lot of parts from IanCanada. This DAC was actually used at the Axpona just recently, and it was used at the Dolce audio room. And they actually had different DACs they were going to be using. And then when Jason brought his TD1 Dac build there, so they tried it, and they soon realized that it was going to be the best option to portray their products better. So that's basically a good testament that actually they liked it, and it was used throughout the whole show during the last few days. Apparently, David Chesky was in the room multiple times listening to his music, and he finally said, "Oh, this sounds like music." The room was actually voted best in show by quite a few people, and so it's just, this is not about my DAC. The DAC was only used on the side just to provide the signal for their beautiful components and their great speakers, the HL2, which are also very well known. As you can see, the DAC uses a lot of large ultracapacitors. It uses also the reclocker by IanCanada and various other input boards, and also it uses my Gabster TD1 Dac. This is a balanced mode, so you can see there's two of them here, and it's also using my latest the Gabster interface that actually connects and splits the I2S signal to properly allocate it. The DAC is based on a Raspberry Pi, a small little computer that you can buy cheaply, and is using the software Rupee built on the Raspberry Pi. And you can also use it as a USB or other inputs via the DDC board by IanCanada. He also has it on the board, and that's what they were using at the Dolce audio at Axpona. So like I said, this DAC is based on a vintage chip from the 1980s, the TD1 chip by Philips at the time. And to this day, it's still considered as one of the best sounds, and it has a very nice signature sound that is hard to beat. So let's dive into the DAC that Jason built here, and let's see what makes it special, what makes it tick. Having a DAC chip is not what all matters, it's the implementation of the chip. It's all about the power supplies, it's all about the signal integrity, the grounding, it's about the output stage, and all these things play a role there. So combined, you have to combine them all. So if we start from the beginning of the chain, we can see the signal goes into the Raspberry Pi, or it goes into the receiver Pi DDC board. This is by IanCanada, and basically you can put different various inputs, and it basically sends them to a reclocker. So that's where the 50Q7 board is, and the reclocker actually reclocks the signal and makes it a lot cleaner. And the reclocker has some beautiful clocks by IanCanada as well. They're very well regarded. And also you can see the big, huge power supplies. I believe these are the quads, which uses 4 big ultracapacitors per rail, and these got other UC Pure products as well. Some of my CRLC filters, you see them here on the bottom, and there's quite a few of them. These are all part of the power supply system. The CRLC filters, basically they take the power that's provided to them, and they have an extremely low ESR, and that actually tends to even improve things even better. So basically the signal goes, like we said, into that input board, which we call the DDC board, and then it's going to go into the reclocker, so it reclocks the signal, and from there it's going to go into my Gabster interface. And this is basically an interface that takes the I2S signal, and now it kind of splits it into 2 left and right channels and sends it to the TD1 chip. And basically it's built on my board as well that I've designed a while ago. It's been very, very popular now, and it's definitely proven its ground. It has some really amazing sound. And but in this case we have two of them. So the interface is going to split this one signal to the left, one signal to the right. Each board is going to have an inverted version, so it's a balanced version. So this is a true balanced signal that you're going to get out of this. And so basically when you combine all these things together, like I said, amazing power supplies, great reclocking, good clocks. The interface actually plays a good role in that. And also the output stage on the Gabster TD1 Dac. And the way the DAC itself is implemented, I've spent a lot of time fine-tuning this. So all this together brings it to so you can get this great sound. Initially, he started building it on a wooden board like most of us because you're still trying. The tough part about building a DIY is you're constantly changing. You think you've got it all done, and before you know it, now you're adding this and that, and now you need more room and you need to do it a little differently. So it's constantly changing. But so he started on a wooden board, and then he moved it up to a Modu shop, I believe, base. It's a store where they sell different parts, so you can actually build your own chassis because you want to build it safe as possible. So it's a metal case basically, where he was able to cram all these goodies in there and try to get everything working well together. If you'd like to know more about it, I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can lead you to a document where Jason explains in detail every little bit about the DACs. If for someone that wants to get inspired and build something like it, they can actually read those notes, and from there you can figure things out as well. Also I'll put the links to my Gabster website and the IanCanada website. Between all these three, you should be able to figure it all out and make your own. So as you can see, I've been showing you guys different ways of building a DIY DAC, and these are some pre-advanced DIY DACs that not actually just look, impressive on the outside, that actually sound very good. And I think this is the most important part, is that actually they do sound great. We have a Patreon community where we talk about things that you don't see here, and we're talking more about detailed things. You can put some links for it in the description below as well. I will put in the corners here different builds that other subscribers have built, and there's a speaker in the middle if you'd like to subscribe. Take care, and I hope to see you again.